pyramids, gateways to other dimensions, or just great achievements of ancient Egyptians? Have you ever stood before the Great Pyramid of Giza and felt a mysterious energy emanating from it? Are these ancient structures really just massive tombs, or do they hide secrets far beyond our imagination? Were the pyramids around the world built according to some secret plan of extraterrestrials? And if so, are we missing the opportunity to explore new dimensions we've never known? These questions may seem crazy, but they have been the subject of countless debates and research for decades. Today, we will delve into the mysterious world of pyramids and explore the boldest theories about them. But remember, in this journey to seek the truth, we need to keep a clear head and an open heart. Part 1. The mysterious energy of pyramids. Did you know that in 1977 and 1987, an electronics engineer named Joe Parr conducted experiments on top of the Great Pyramid of Giza? He used homemade devices to measure the electrical, magnetic, and radioactive properties of the pyramid. The results astonished the scientific community. According to John DeSalvo, a close colleague of Parr, these findings could be the most amazing discovery about the Great Pyramid and pyramids in general. Parr believed that all pyramids have an energy field around them. The problem is that this energy field is usually not strong enough to be observed. So he developed a method in the laboratory to generate this pyramid energy, from which he could conduct scientific studies on it. Can you imagine what would happen if we could harness this mysterious energy source? Could it solve the global energy crisis? Or would it open doors to new dimensions we've never known? However, we also need to look at this issue objectively. Mainstream scientists have yet to find convincing evidence for the existence of this pyramid energy field. Many believe that Parr's discoveries may just be the result of measurement errors or misinterpretation of data. So what do you think? Is there really a mysterious energy source around the pyramid, or is it just a product of human imagination? Share your opinion in the comments section. Part 2. Gateways to other dimensions. If you think the idea of a pyramid energy field is strange enough, wait until you hear this theory. Pyramids could be gateways to other dimensions. In subsequent laboratory experiments, Joe Parr claimed to have discovered another strange physical phenomenon. The pyramid model became weightless in the energy field and began to move in a specific direction. Interestingly, this direction of movement is said to align exactly with the constellation Orion. John DeSalvo explains, Joe speculated that it went into hyperspace. This is speculation, but it makes a lot of sense. String theory in physics assumes the existence of 6 additional spatial dimensions. So how do we know the way these energy fields were set up allows the pyramid to enter another dimension and travel? Imagine, if this is true, we could be standing before a discovery that could completely change our understanding of the universe. But is this really feasible? Or is it just too far-fetched a hypothesis? Once again, we need to look this issue cautiously. String theory, although very attractive, has not yet been convincingly proven, and the idea of moving through other dimensions is still in the realm of science fiction. What do you think about this idea? Could pyramids be gateways to other dimensions, or is this just an overly imaginative hypothesis? Share your thoughts. Part 3. Global Pyramid Network. Assuming pyramids really have such extraordinary abilities, the next question is, are all the pyramids on Earth connected not only by shape but also by purpose? David Childress, a researcher on ancient civilizations, proposes a bold idea. Ancient people all built similar pyramids because it was a way for them to tap into the natural energy of the Earth. And you have to think that whoever is guiding such a precise network of pyramids must have been a very advanced culture, probably extraterrestrials. This idea is really shocking, isn't it? But think about it for a moment. We have found pyramids in many places around the world, from Egypt to Mexico, from Peru to China. Many of these pyramids have amazing similarities in architecture and astronomical positioning. Could this be a random coincidence? However, we also need to consider scientific explanation. Many archaeologists believe that the similarities between pyramids around the world can be explained by factors such as limitations of building materials, similar purposes such as tombs or temples, and the independent development of civilizations to a similar point in construction techniques. What do you think about this idea? Could there be a global pyramid network designed by an advanced civilization? Or is this just an oversimplified explanation for a complex phenomenon? Share your perspective. Part 4. The mystery of the blueprints. When it comes to pyramids, there's a big question that many researchers have raised. Where are their blueprints? Giorgio Tsoukalos, a researcher on ancient astronaut theory, made a notable point. In all of this, I have one single question. Where are the blueprints? If all of this was so incredibly important, then wouldn't you think that we would have at least one record of some type of a blueprint? And the reality is there is not a single piece. Why? Could it be because the blueprints have disappeared? This is indeed an interesting question. How could a grand structure like the Great Pyramid of Giza be built without detailed blueprints? And if there were blueprints, why haven't we found them? Some people argue that the absence of blueprints is evidence that the pyramids may have been built by a more advanced civilization, perhaps even extraterrestrials. They argue that if the ancient Egyptians really built the pyramids, there must surely be some drawings or plans left. However, Egyptologists have a different view. They point out that many texts and documents from the pyramid building era have been lost over thousands of years. Moreover, the blueprints may have been kept secret and deliberately destroyed after the completion of the project to protect the pharaoh's secret. What do you think about the absence of pyramid blueprints? Is this evidence of extraterrestrial intervention? Or is it simply the result of time and natural loss of ancient documents? Share your opinion. After exploring these bold theories about pyramids, where do we stand? Are these great structures really gateways to other dimensions, or are they simply extraordinary architectural achievements of the ancient Egyptians? The truth is, we still don't have a definitive answer. Pyramids continue to be a source of inspiration for countless theories and research. Each theory has its own strengths and weaknesses, and evaluating them fairly requires us to have an open but cautious view. On one hand, ideas about pyramid energy and the ability to move across dimensions are incredibly appealing. They open up exciting possibilities about the universe and our place in it. These hypotheses are correct. They could open a new chapter in human history and completely change how we view our past and future. On the other hand, we cannot ignore the well-established archaeological and historical evidence. Egyptologists have found much evidence of how ancient Egyptians built the pyramids, from the tools they used to the techniques for transporting stones. These findings suggest that the pyramids could have been built with the technology of that era, although it was an incredibly impressive achievement. So what should we believe? Perhaps the answer lies somewhere between the two extremes. Maybe pyramids are not gateways to space in the literal sense, but they may still contain secrets that we haven't discovered yet. Perhaps the ancient Egyptians possessed knowledge and skills that we still don't fully understand. The important thing is that we need to continue asking questions, exploring, and discovering. We need to maintain curiosity and imagination, but also need a scientific spirit and critical thinking. Only in this way can we hope to decode the mysteries of the pyramids. And now, I want to ask you, after reading this article, how has your view of pyramids changed? Which side of the debate do you lean towards? And if you had the opportunity to explore a pyramid, what would be the first thing you'd want to investigate? Remember, in the search for truth, sometimes questions are more important than answers. Each hypothesis, each new idea brings us closer to understanding the world around us and ourselves. So keep asking questions, stay curious, and who knows, Maybe one day you'll be the one to decode the mystery of the pyramids. Do you have any ideas on how we can continue to research pyramids without damaging these historical relics? How can we balance the search for truth with the preservation of cultural heritage? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Finally, regardless of which theory you believe in, one thing is certain: pyramids remain one of the most impressive structures humans have ever created. They are a testament to human intelligence, creativity, and aspiration to reach for greatness. And perhaps that is the greatest secret that pyramids reveal: our extraordinary ability when we put our minds to creating something truly special. So, what do you think? What can we learn from the pyramid builders, whoever they were? How can we apply that spirit to modern life? Let's discuss and share your opinions. Who knows, maybe our discussion today will open up new understandings about one of humanity's greatest mysteries.